So we go for x cubed divided by x. What happens there? Yeah. So you do your targeting. What's the targeting again? This part targets that part, doesn't it? And divides in. So we have what's called the DMS drop, don't we? Divide, multiply, subtract, and drop, right? So we multiply by x squared. What do we get? X by x squared. X cubed. X squared times 2. Okay, take them away, and what do we get? 3x squared. Drop the 11x then. Where's your target now? Down here, and what are we going for now? 3x squared divided by x. And what do we get? 3x on division. Multiplication means multiply the 3x by the 2 it is. And what do we get then? 3x squared and 6x. Yeah, that's what we get. Take them away. What's left over? Drop the 10. Now what happens? One more time. Where's your targeting go now? Oh, yeah. Going to be fancy I am. There you are. 5x divided by x. 5 plus 5 on top, isn't it? And what's 5 multiplied by everything over there? 5x and 10, yeah. And then you take it away. And what happens? That goes to 0. Now, do you know what I'm claiming here, all right? Do you know when I divide 5 into 15 and I get an answer of 3? Does that make sense to you guys? What I'm claiming is that the two yellow ones, when I multiply them by each other, give me the same answer as the green one. Did you ever see that? 5 multiplied by 3 is 15. So using that same logic, when I multiply x plus 2 by x squared plus 3x plus 5, guess what will happen to it? Can anybody tell me? It should turn back into the original question, shouldn't it? Yeah, and that's exactly what will happen. You might test it. All right. So did you get 2x cubed divided by 2x? Are you following this now? We're at the start now, so we should probably lock in. Do you understand that the 2's cancel? And the x cancels one of the x's, so what you said, x2. That's the divide stage. What comes after D? What does M stand for? So you grab your x squared and you always multiply what's on top by what's on the left. So what you get when you multiply that out? So x squared by 2x, it is 2x cubed. That always happens. What's there, what you locked onto and what's directly underneath, they always cancel each other out. And then what's x squared times 5? Exactly, right? Now, what does the S stand for? You've done divide, you've done multiply. What does S stand for? Subtract or change. If it's already a minus, change it to a plus. If it's a plus, change it to a minus. So what do we do here? No, it's minus 3 minus 5. So what do you think that is? Use your calculator if you want. Minus 3 and then a minus 5 like this. You owe somebody 3 of them and you owe somebody else 5 of them. You owe 8. You owe 8 of them. Okay. Now what comes after S? So what do I drop? Minus 12x. Okay. I redo my targeting. What am I targeting this time? What am I targeting with? And how quickly does it divide? How much does it divide in? You multiplied. We're talking division. So what's 8 divided by 2? Well, it's a minus 8, so it's minus 4. And x squared divides by x. So you get, okay. We've divided. What comes after divide? So grab that minus 4x and multiply it over here. And what do we get? Minus 8x squared. What else? 4 times 5 minus 20x. They're both negatives already, aren't they? So what happens when we subtract them with the s? To what? Pluses. And what do we get here? 20 take away 12. Nearly. 20 take away 12. 8x, yeah. And the other part's 0, isn't it? We're expecting that, aren't we? Happens every time. What happens after you take away? Drop to 20. What do I normally do after that then? Have to change my target. And then what happens then? 8x divided by 2x. What you get? Yeah, plus 4. Do you see the pattern at the top? The pattern at the top always goes x squared x regular number every time. There's always a pattern there. Okay, it has to do that pattern. Otherwise, something's wrong. Now we multiply in the 4, don't we? What happens when you multiply in the 4? 8x and what? Yeah, ax and 20. Then you take them both away. Did anybody beat me to it? Anybody get the same? Anybody get the answer? X squared minus 4x plus 4. Yeah. So, Kane, what's the first step you do? And what you get? Well done. What's the step after that? So once you multiply it, 2x cubed, yeah? Yeah. And now you're going to subtract because you're using the DMS. So what happens to the plus 2x cubed? It turns into a minus. Then it turns to a 0, you're right. The 3x squared turns to a minus and then turns into a double 0. Now, double 0 is rare. If you get a double 0, that means you have to accompany it with a double. Double 0 requires double drop. Okay. Now, what happens to this yellow here? Where do I put it? The 12 or the 8? The minus 8, yeah. And what happens next? Minus 8x divided by 2x. What do you get then? Dividing, not dividing. What's 8 divided? Yeah, minus 4. Because the x's cancel, and 8 divided by 2 is minus 4. You're nearly done. What comes after divide? DMS, divide, multiply, subtract. So we're going to multiply. What are we multiplying this time? We already did that. Yeah, yeah, that's exactly what we're doing. So what you get when you multiply it out? What's minus 4? Yeah, it's 8 minus 8x, yeah. Minus 4 by 3. Yeah. After m, what is there? So it's already subtract. So what you need to do? Yeah. And then you get remainder of 0. And yeah, you're done.